Okay, let's go over how you can calculate your own BC from a Labradar. So this is Labradar's website. Their chronograph, they use Doppler radar, and when you shoot a bullet across this, if there's an SD card in the slot, it will track data for about 100 yards. It leaves a CSV file that has the detailed data. So this is the data for a single shot, and it's got the time of flight here, it's got your velocity here, and velocity at different ranges, and the distances are here. And so this track goes out to 97 yards. Didn't make it all the way to 100. I'm just going to add that in there. What we want to do here is take the velocity and distance and insert a chart. And we're going to make a few little tweaks to this chart. We're going to go to the series and show the trend line. We want to use the equation, and we want the r squared. And let's just make this a little easier to read. Maybe more like that. There we go. And so you can see the straight line is the trend line, and the jagged line is the remaining velocity at different distances. And you can see it kind of gets a little crazy down here as the signal to noise ratio drops off. So, but this equation here is what we care about. So I'm going to go to this cell here, and I'm going to essentially use that equation right here. I'm going to say it equals, we're going to add, multiply, and we want to multiply C7, which is distance, by negative 0.944. We want to add 2922. And we'll go and autofill that. If we come down, we're going to see it gives us an ending velocity. So now we switch over to our ballistic calculator, which can be found on blackburndefense.com. We go Tools, Ballistic Calculator. And we're going to plug in our muzzle velocity, which can be found right here. It's 2923 if we round. And we don't know our BC yet, so we're just going to put in 0.3. The other things will not affect the velocity decay except for the temperature. On this day was 68 degrees. The pressure was 24.4, and humidity was 50%. These don't matter. We're looking for 100 yards, and we submit that. It gives us 2796. We are trying to find 2828 if we round. So instead of 0.3, let's try 0.4. Oh, that's really close. We need to come down and try 0.395. Oh, wait. 0.4 was right, wasn't it? We were looking for 2828. So this tells us our BC is 0.4. However, you don't have to do this. If you go to Tools, Labradar BC Calculator, you can just go ahead and select all of your track files, open those up, put in your pressure, 24.4 on this day. The temperature was 68 degrees. This was a 245 grain, 308 bullet. The weight and caliber are only used for the form factor calculation. Pressure and temperature are used in order to calculate the BC. If we go to the bottom, here are the track files, and they get kind of crazy at the end, so you can optionally choose a start and end range, and you can choose a minimum SNR, signal to noise ratio, and a maximum error if you want. For example, I could set my max error to 3%, and it would exclude this shot here. It will tell me my G7BC is 413, which happens to be the, if I remember right, the exact published value for the Burger 245 EOL. So in this case, it worked really well. Using the Labradar to calculate BC is inherently risky. There's a lot of uncertainties and a lot of possible errors. So this time we got the exact published answer, but it is possible to get a 10% error is not out of the question for a setup like this. Anyway, this tool is available at blackburndefense.com, just like our other tools. Just go here. If you end up using this, let me know in the comments. Tell me how it went for you, and we will see you in our next video.